start of your season, you have two great players, you don't know which one to play, open side or blind side. Easystats Trialbuddy is for you. This is a very simple tool by which you can measure the performance of both players, not to see which one's better than the other one, but to see which one will fit a certain role better. Right, so let me show you what it's about. Firstly, you're going to go to our Easystats website where your score forms here at the top right will always have all the forms available of all our applications. There's the game track, there's the season for individual players, and then Trialbuddy. Now let me show you over here. It's a very simple document that you're simply going to print. You're going to take a pen and a clipboard and go to the field and score straight away. You don't need video footage. This is done live. So one person can quite easily score the performance of both players. If you want it even more objective, have one assistant coach or someone different score the one player while you score the other one, and that way you are 100% sure that your eyes were on the player specifically. Now, this is not such a big deal, guys. Most rugby players at school and club level have about 40 game events in total. So it's not as if your eyes are all that busy. It's quite easy to capture all these various things. All right, so we're looking at passing. We're looking at how you win or lose the gain line, your tackles, kicking, mistakes, and then also ruck and breakdown play. All right, so once you have your form printed, you've gone to the match, you've scored both players. There's player number 1 on the left, player number 2 on the right. You count all those events and you write the totals in nice and neatly at the end of the game. Now you can come to your Trialbuddy, where you go to your full tab right at the bottom here. So very simple. Player number 1, player number 2, which position they played, just to give you a bit of reference. I mean, they might not have played in the same match. It might have been a trial game where the one guy played in the one game and the other one in the other game. So, either way you want to use this is fantastic. You're going to fill in all those fields very, very easily. You just simply type in. We can type in a few just values. A few values, and a couple of tackles. 14, 8. Alright, now we filled in a couple of things. So let's look. While I do this, guys, as you can see, there's no fields for try, scored, or point earned, because this is not what Trialbuddy is about. It's a comparative tool between two players that help you select better teams. That's the main part of it. You can also run competitions between, say, you're under 14, number 7, and you're under 15, number 7, with the winner getting an ice cream to see who's the busiest in a game. You can set the parameters. There's a lot of fun you can have with this application. Anyway, now that we filled in, let's just say that one was a 5 and this one was a 4. They played in the same game with the 2 locks. Okay, so now let's make it more interesting. Let's make it a 6 and a 7, because we want to see who's going to be our most effective open side. All right, so based on the parameters that you want to set as a coach, you now get your statistics. Okay, and these can be printed. Simply go to File. The document can be downloaded or it can be printed. So let's say we print it, and this is how you're going to see the results. All right, so in front of you are all the stats that you need. Let's have a look. Player number 1 had a lot more game events, so he's more industrious, but obviously because he played 6, maybe he was exposed to more rugby. He made more positive contributions, but his ball handling wasn't that accurate. Look, I just fed in things. Don't think these totals are in any way, shape, or form related to a real game situation. I'm just kind of helping you analyze what I read. There's your gain line dominance. Now, these are flankers. You want to know who's going to be your ball carrier. Look at the one who dominates the gain line more often. All right. So if he's handled the ball 12 times and he's crossed the gain line 3 times, gives you a fairly good idea of what kind of ball carrier is going to be for you. But then there's also gain line dominance and defense. So you can see, all right, he's taken in that amount of balls, but in defense, player B is not as dominant. All right, so there's your tackles, tackle accuracy. If you want to, study your flies or your centers, or where kicking is important, your number 9s maybe, then you're going to be looking and focusing on the kicks. With our flankers, our breakdown events, as you can see, flanker number 12, more industrious again, but he scores less turnovers, so the second player is more accurate. So as soon as you have these statistics, you're going to get a much clearer idea of number one, who is more industrious, who gets to the ball more often. Number two, who has certain strengths and certain weaknesses, so that when you compile your team, you know exactly what to do, and it gives you just that little bit of scientific background as to who will perform best in what position. Right, so that's basically it. There's nothing more to it. Print your form, count your totals, punch the totals into your site, and print your report. And that should give you all the backing and all the information that you need to make a calculated decision. That's Easystats Trialbuddy. Hope to get you guys on the program soon, and we hope that this contributes you to making unbeatable rugby teams. Thank you so much.